This is the Discover Music Show, bringing you the best new sounds and interviews with the hottest new rising stars.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to The 87 and their new single, You. And we're joined on the line all the way from San Francisco by Hanako and Patrick from 87. Welcome to the studio, both of you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's probably not morning there, but it's morning here.
It's the afternoon and it's very cloudy and horrible over here. How's it in San Francisco?
It's pretty nice. I'm looking out the window. I haven't stepped outside yet to check how it feels, because sometimes it gets really windy here, and which makes it kind of cold, even if the temperature's okay. But it looks pretty nice. I see a blue sky out there right now. So having a cup of coffee, trying to wake my brain up for whatever questions you plan on firing at me over here.
Well, the first one was that you celebrated Christmas Day, I understand, by recording the first tracks of your new EP at the Tiny Telephone in San Francisco. Was that a productive day? Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was fun. It was interesting that we recorded on Christmas Day, because you would think most people wouldn't want to work on Christmas Day since they're doing holiday things. But John Vanderslice, our producer, he's a kind of a well-known indie rocker guy here in the United States. And I think he's toured Europe before too with his band. But he said he loves working on holidays, and I'm not a big spending holidays with my family kind of guy. I don't dislike my family, but when you get a lot of my family together, it kind of gets kind of crazy. So I kind of enjoyed Christmas away from my family and doing music stuff for a change.
And you've worked on the sounds using the sloppy hi-fi technique, as far as I read here. What is that exactly? Yeah,
that's something that John came up with. That's his way of describing recording music without getting too into the technical aspects of using a program like Pro Tools to move everything around exactly where it needs to be, where you can spend lots of time, hours just trying to figure out where you want one drum hit to be. You can move anything in Pro Tools. And in Tiny Telephone, it's all analog. So we recorded to the old school way, where we're recording to the 2-inch tape, reel to reel. And we're not, moving, not getting obsessed with everything, and just more working on getting a good feel. And so we recorded everything, most of the main tracks live with minimal overdubbing. So we set everything up. I had my amp in isolation room. The bass amp was in isolation room. Hanako set her drum set up in the main room. And we just the bass player and I, Nate is the bass player, faced Hanako, and we kind of played the songs and recorded them as if we're rehearsing, basically.
Well, they sound great. I mean, there's something to be said for that kind of way of recording these days. It's the old school way of doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Which I'd never done it that way before, and it was really fun. You don't obsess over everything. You just play it over and over again until you get it right. And we only did 1 or 2 takes on every one, which I was surprised that we got it done so quickly.
And when you compare that to the previous recordings that you've done, do you hear a difference, a slightly more sort of live feel, or how is it?
To me, it sounds like us, way more like us playing at a show or rehearsing. It has a much better feel to it for me.
Yeah. And your band members have come from an eclectic mix of backgrounds. How did you manage to organize them into a coherent sound?
Well, I'm the songwriter, so I come up with all kinds of different songs on a regular basis, and I just kind of present the songs to them. Mostly Hanako here. Hanako's with me. She kind of picks the songs that she wants to work on. So I come up with a song.
And he starts playing guitar. Oh, that sounds very interesting. And I sing together and chorus.
And Hanako, you're a jazz drummer from Tokyo. Is that correct?
Yeah.
This is a slight difference in tone and play.
Very different music. And first, I didn't like the lot of distortion music.
Yeah, she was like totally anti-distortion. So I kind of slowly introduced distortion into the mix.
Introduced her into the rock and roll.
Yeah, right. Hanako likes to pick out my more what I think are kind of weirder and less conventional things that I write. Which now I've always thought to myself, well, you're not, my songs that are more kind of normal and traditional and conventional, we never get to do those but I want to do those sometimes. But she leans toward the kind of the more odd ones, and I've gotten to the point where I kind of like it. And so I use her as a gauge to figure out which one are my weird, quirky ones that we should work on.
And the band name 87, how did that come about?
87 is actually a representation of her drummer Hanako's name. I just wanted to come up with a name that was different, that kind of stands out, that's not like anything else.
How do you mean a representation?
She's going to explain. I'll let her explain that to you.
In Japanese number, do you know Japanese? I mean, maybe you don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In Japanese, 7 is 7.
Okay.
And 8 is 8, ha. So 8 is ha, na. 7 is na. So Hana, my name is Hana.
Ah, of course. I gotcha. Understood. It's a translation of your name into English.
Yeah.
I see what you're...
I think you might be the first person that caught on to how she explains that, and usually the person that's listening is like, "What the heck are you talking about?" But I think, and I can kind of tell. Sometimes they act like they understand, and I'm like, they don't really get it. But it seems like
American doesn't understand.
It's like a Google translation. You type in your name and you'll get 87 coming out of the Google translation thing, presumably.
Yeah, kind of. Probably. Yeah.
We'll be playing your single very shortly. Tell us the inspiration for that one.
The song "You."
Yeah,
"You" is one of the songs that was kind of on my scrap pile of songs I probably wasn't ever going to do before Hanako came along, and she picked it out as one of my weird, more interesting songs. Well, "You" is just basically kind of a song about not just wanting to tell someone that you're really into them, but not wanting to get into too many specifics. That's just kind of that vibe. I'm not exactly sure when I wrote it. It's some of the songs I write are sort of a stream of consciousness. They kind of mean something, but it just kind of pops into my head right away. And the original lyrics that pop into my head, I just leave them there. And so that's pretty much "You."
Well, it's a very original song, and I've enjoyed listening to it very much this morning. And thanks very much for joining us so early. And it's been great having you here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, good talking to you.
And now here's the new tune by 87, "You."
This is the Discover Music Show, bringing you the best new sounds and interviews with the hottest new rising stars.